coming to a boil. So cauliflower, you ready? Cauliflower. This is called cauliflower. So you want to make this pieces about like this. But most you can see they break off. When they start getting bigger, you just cut them in half. So everything's been cut. I mean, not everything, but that's the cauliflower. Broccoli, just break off the pieces. And okay. Now, one of the last things that we're going to do is we're going to wash these a little. We'll cut the zucchinis. Cut in half. Everything is more or less cut up, but we did realize we failed to bring string beans, asparagus, and probably something else which will come to mind. So now the preparation is boiling. You see? Boiling. And we add the carrots, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, the radishes. We add potatoes to this, and the potatoes, we dice them. The easiest way to dice potatoes is you cut them just as like this, like that. Turn it a little. So we give it a preliminary stir and turn the heat up maximum. So we can see it's a considerable amount. Well, it takes several satus, maybe 10 or 12. We're going to add one other item, some cilantro, and we'll give you a little chopping demonstration. More fine, just okay. All right, now we're gonna mix it up. You can see it's a substantial amount, and
get you cooking at the temple.
And you can see that the water comes right up, practically covers. That was what, 3 gallons of water, right?
Yeah.
3 gallons of water, 6 cups of rice, and 3 cups of dal. So just to summarize, 6 cups of rice, 3 cups of dal, and 3 gallons of water. And all these preparations, there are so many options of variable. You can, just like I said a little earlier, we forgot the string beans. Would have been nice to put in fresh green beans, and what else did I say? A little asparagus. Asparagus is nice. Okay, now we just let it sit, and when it comes to a boil, we turn it down on a very low flame and keep a lid on it. Just as when you make rice, you bring it to a boil, and then you put put your flame on the lowest point, put a lid on it, and let it steam for 20 minutes, half an hour. But we're going to let this steam, once it comes to a boil, we're going to put a lid on it. We're going to let it steam for about an hour, maybe more. That's Kitri. Hare Krsna. Now, when we're done, basically done with the preparation, I mean, we've combined all the ingredients, we've got it going, just waiting for it to boil. We clean up. We clean up. This is the shortcoming of every cook. He doesn't clean. He thinks he's some kind of great king or ruler that he can just toss everything off and some other plebeian will do it for him. But real cook means as they go, they clean. They clean everything, keep it clean and neat, put everything back in place. And I can't stress enough about this. I mentioned it, I think, in one of the first videos we made, that keeping the kitchen clean, really clean, is 30% of cooking. And we think cooking means just, ooh, it should taste good when we eat it. But actually cooking means it should taste good, it should be very attractive. That means it's clean and the setting is clean. And it should be served very nicely. So there are three things. The taste, how it looks, and how it's served. Why do we go to a restaurant? We can do the same thing at home for next to nothing. We go because we want to be served. You've got to serve somebody. That's Bob Dylan's song. So it may be the devil, it may be the Lord, but you have to serve somebody. So we, as devotees, our whole aim, and the whole aim of this video for our guest viewers, is to induce you to serve Krishna. You can serve Krishna just by cooking. You don't have to go to the temple. You don't have to spend any extraordinary amount of money. You just can prepare what you already have and offer to Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, so the preparation has come to a boil, and we've stirred it once or twice, and before the rice and the dal all set up and become soft, we'll stir it once again from the bottom so that we don't get a mass of how do you say, rice and dal on the bottom and everything else on the top. So but after this, you don't stir it anymore. That's it. You see? And kind of turn the pot. And from the bottom up, like a volcano, from the bottom to the top. You want to avoid stirring repeatedly, you know, after this point. You don't want to do that because the result is everything becomes a mush. Before we distribute and sit down to eat, we offer preparation to Krishna. Ideally in a very nice plate. Ideally in a plate that's used only for Krishna and for no one else. It's his plate. In my house we have silver plates, and that's very nice. Silver is not expensive. It's actually probably cheaper than so-called expensive china that you buy in America. You drop china once, it's gone forever. A silver plate, it just keeps increasing in value. Every year the silver is worth, you know, what you paid for it and more. In fact, what a silver dollar is worth $20 today. But you can't, with $1 you can't buy a silver dollar. But with a silver dollar you can buy 20 paper dollars. So silver, Krishna, offering prasadam, Hare Krishna.